Well, hello again, and welcome back to Flannel Dan Gaming. Tonight we're jumping back into Baldur's Gate, a beautiful and wonderful game that I hope everybody's enjoying. Sorry about the little late startup. I was like getting ready, and I thought I already started the game up, and I hadn't. So I just realized I was like, oh crap, we're gonna have a long starting timer. It's okay though. I get to talk to you guys about a very important message. This is to you. Yes, you. If you're listening to this, it's to you. Go ahead and hit that like button. Join the like button crowd. It only takes a moment and it helps support the video and the channel, which is growing remarkably, spectacularly because of you listening right now. I'm pointing at my screen to the current viewer watching. You. Remember to share this video if you find any content that you would like to share with your friends. Go ahead and cut a clip. Put it on our Discord. Link in the description. And if you're feeling frisky, and if you're feeling froggy, and you want to be part of the few, the proud, the amazing, go ahead and hit the join button. Be part of the Flannel crew. I'm working on lots of good stuff on what we're going to do there. Hello, Yahi. Heart. Speaking of members, I think today we are going... So I guess yesterday I did not enter Act 2. Perhaps there'll be a little bit more of a scenery. Dude, this is so pretty. So pretty. Hit O to hit the tactical view. Is that O or 0? I think it's O. Yeah. Learning all tips and tricks as we go along. I'm pretty much doing this as like a kind of a learning curve playthrough. This is my first. We will be doing a second playthrough, which will be a very a lot more, I don't want to say evil, but like darker. We're gonna play, you know, right now our guy Flannel, he's just a guy. He got tied up into things, making his way, surviving, all that goodness. To, you know, he doesn't want to die. He wants to survive. Our next character will want to thrive. Alright, let's take the mountain pass. Let's see what's in, you know, going on with that bag of chips and stuff. Let's go this way. Let's start it right up. I don't think we need to do any prep. Our characters are pretty good. I took a short rest before. Ha! Thank you, Lazel. Cool. Actually, before we get going,
Blackets will be done.
Oh, we just got her cool stuff, didn't we? Huh. What I'm thinking is I want either Shadow Heart. Nah, we'll see what comes.
Efficient path. Lizelle, do you want to talk about what happened at the crash?
Don't waste a step.
Trust me. You'll know when I'm ready to discuss it.
Fair enough. But if you change your mind...
It is not a matter of mind. It is a matter of faith. And I have been put to the test.
Well, we're done with the cache. I think we are going to actually switch out Lazel in lieu of heading into the what is it, the Shadow Curse lands or whatever. Shadowlands. I think I put the wrong title name then. Because we're heading to like Moonlight Tower and dealing with like a lot of dark and stuff. So like I think maybe I don't know. I can't think of anything that like I really want specific characters for. I guess we're definitely going to be encountering some of Sar So like having Shadowheart with us makes a lot of sense. But like I'm also thinking like we haven't taken Gale out at all, and like having a wizard around isn't the worst things. I mean, we're a sorcerer, so we kind of hit the same niche. But yeah. I think having Shadowheart, like Lae'zel is just such a heavy hitter though. Maybe putting Karlach away for a bit. Because Karlach and Lae'zel kind of fit the same niche.
Wanna dance?
Just debating what I want to do here. Get some generic armor put on. If we're taking Shadowheart, this talisman can stay for aid, because I don't think it will... I don't think it will work with Shadowheart. It's like doubling up on it. The heavy armor doesn't do us any good.
Let's get going.
Alright, let's go get Shadowheart. I think going into the Shadowlands with Shadowheart, or maybe Will? Nah, I don't want Will. Where's Shadowheart? Shadowheart's over
Gods
here.
are watching me.
In all her not dressed to glory. There you go, boys, if you want to look.
We get along quite well, I think.
I suppose not many can boast that they've been to a Githyanki crash and survived. Perhaps that's a good omen for our chances going forward, if you're feeling optimistic.
Sorry, a little... I don't... I want to get her dressed.
Don't you think?
And then we can have a
You'll have to
conversation.
swap out someone if you want me. Wonderful. I was beginning to feel a little left out.
I can tell. Let's get Shadowheart dressed.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Figure out what clothing we want on her. And gear. Picked up the flail for her. Obviously, I think she's going to end up using something else.
What's cooking?
Let's go with that crossbow. Sword's just so good.
Keep a blade close. Let's move.
I was like, where the heck is that good freaking mall that I just picked up?
My faith will guide me.
Okay, Shadow Heart, let's get you dressed. Don't want those gloves. Good boots. I don't think she can have any higher armor. Does more damage, but
Making me sweat.
won't help Shadow Heart.
Well, in it. What a day.
Won't help me. It would help Flannel. Yeah, that brings my armor up by 2. I lose Hail of Thorns, but like I'm kind of okay with that much more armor. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Everboarding Sword, I guess.
Ready.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
Okay, so that blinds friends and foe. Oh. We'll see if that becomes an issue. I guess if we just keep people away from Shadowheart, it's not a problem. Sure. It's not like a great ring. What does that do? Consume 3 lightning charges, release a blast of electricity, a jolt. Okay. The ensnare is fine. We don't really do jolt. And then a necklace. We could run. Wear the mask, I guess. I don't know. +1 intimidation. It doesn't really do anything. Sure, we'll just keep that, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss what to do with her.
Can't give up now.
What do we have for rings? She gets light. Maybe have Shadowheart use that. Brand the weak. Could do healing. Maybe Shatter.
I wonder what the next move is.
Well, hello.
Shadowheart, so we can swap out that to detect thoughts.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Where the heck did the necklace go, or was it a ring? For the one that shoots the ray of sickness or whatever. Where the hell did that go?
Can't afford to stay idle.
yourself.
Don't burn yourself.
No time to rest.
Let's get on with it.
Okay, I guess it's better than no glove at all. Alright, we need gloves.
I lied.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Never a dull moment.
I guess missile snaring?
What's next, I wonder?
I guess. Let's take
No time to waste.
Shadowheart to the chest.
I'd better take a peek.
I think Shadowheart is already... Yeah, her armor's already at 20. Can anybody else use that?
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Watch your back.
Attention.
No one back home will ever believe this.
What am I to do?
What are you to do? You need gloves that are decent. Which we don't appear to have anything really that will be all that wonderful for you. So I guess missile snaring is as good as it gets. Other than that, I don't think we're using anything. We'll see about this mace, and if not, we'll go back to like a sword or something. Yeah. Let's see how badly that mace screws up everything around me. Sure. I guess that's Shadowheart. Let's level her up. We don't need to speak to the dead. We have an amulet that will do that. Guardian of Faith. Call forth a guardian that attacks nearby enemies. Each time it deals damage, the guardian loses an equal amount of health points. Death Ward. Protect a creature from death. The next time it is reduced down to 0, it remains conscious with 1 health point. Banishment. Temporarily banish a target to another plane of existence. Let's do Guardian. That sounds fun. Yeah.
Alright, what now?
Alright, what now? We leave camp.
We've had some close calls already. There could be even tougher days ahead.
Thanks for
Cheer
your...
up. It might be all downhill from here.
Meaning things will start becoming easier for us? Or our situation will deteriorate from here?
Exactly.
Very optimistic.
Someone there?
Oh, someone there.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Indeed. Alright.
Who there, wanderer?
What's up, wizardy boy?
Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Okay.
May I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
Guess I should have took kill.
Ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp?
I'd like to know who
Should
you
it
are.
be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you, well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Ormar. Now, if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this limbo of indecision, but set course for your camp forthwith.
Very well. Let's go see Gale.
Oh, a splendid notion. Please, after you. My thanks.
Okay.
Excellent guidance. Ah, and yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it. And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale, even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works, if only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, Father.
Fine, fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me.
I like this guy.
Graver matters are at hand. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see,
Gale is mad.
is to say, Gale, make way. I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
The long-awaited question. Now, if you please, Elminster, for the too long-awaited answer.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
Okay. Oh, my friend parked very good today. Oh, I'm sure. Not even gonna ruin my good mood. If even the goddess knows, why are we facing these threats alone?
They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself.
Interesting.
That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see where this is going. The discussion we had with Gale is that he explained that he has raw, wild weave magic in him, and he said if it ever got out of hand, it would blow up the size of a small city. I see where this is going.
The all.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
That's a rude thing. We'll get rid of the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win. That's so mean. That's monstrous. You're talking about him to kill himself.
He is not. But it seems that Mistra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece. And need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
No, you're serious? You think you got the message? Oh, it's pretty.
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There's still a long journey ahead. I'll find another
Or
way.
some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Always at your side.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd
Indeed.
have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
Isn't Mester from the second game?
No comment on a visit for the finest wizard in the realms. The famed Elminster of legend and lore? You are hard to impress. So, what did you wish to speak about?
I kind of went with that because of our sorcerer background. Like, he's just a dude. Like, he's still you know, as a sorcerer goes, like, a sorcerer is from the blood and lineage, and, like, of course, he's dragon blood as well, or dragonborn, so, like, I feel like he would be very hard to impress. Like, this Elminster is just a drop in the bucket of annoyance of a wizard. You know, the fake magic users, if you will.
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me.
It's a hard breakup.
She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
It's an interesting idea. What is he... Where does it go then? Like, I guess maybe he will pop up. I don't want to end day. We just end day. We'll leave camp. I'm guessing he'll show up at the right moment, or do I have to have him in our party? Hard saying. Any treasure here? Does not appear.
Come on, let's go.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Why? Why would we loot a blue jay? First off, why is there a dead blue jay?
Very well.
So, the Cursed Shadowlands. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before adventuring. I think this is the start of Act 2. Yeah? Okay, so I guess we should go through and talk with people.
Maybe they'll bring us closer.
Let's start with Lae'zel. Make our way over.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
It's a fair thing to state.
An unhatched Githyanki egg should be the burden of a Vash, not a warrior, whether ascended or otherwise. And yet, I'm drawn to the warmth of it. A child of Gith and a servant of Vlaakith grows within. Keep it close. Perhaps in our care, it might yet hatch. And don't you dare pass it to that lunatic woman prowling the mountain pass.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Fair.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What's your favorite color?
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? It's a deal. No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memory suppressed, I can't betray Shah's secrets. But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Interesting. Okay.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth.
What you got there, buddy?
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
Potion of healing. Good dog.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Good dog. See what Karlach has to say.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad? It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
Nope.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra?
I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
I'm not sure. I think he's of several minds.
Tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. They always need help picking the simple, obvious option.
Life.
If Mistra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure Karlach. Real gentle. I can go without speaking to him. I don't like that guy.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose. What's to tell? I was sired by a vampire named Cazador. Everything before that is so long ago it's ancient history. And everything that came after, well, I'd rather not reflect on it.
Fair.
I was a magistrate, working to keep the peace in Baldur's Gate, imprisoning troublemakers, that kind of thing. I can't remember much, truth be told. Centuries of torment will do that to you. I was attacked. A gang of vagrants, a tribe of wandering Gur, took issue with a ruling I'd made. They beat me to death's door when Cazador appeared. He chased them off and offered to save me, to give me eternal life. Given that my choices were eternal life or bleed to death on the street, I took him up on the offer.
It's probably...
It was only afterwards I realized just how long eternity could be.
He's such a good character, but he's just so sad. Tell me your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family. Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
It's probably a good thing.
Not anymore. Which is all that matters, really. I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
Well, that's not going to happen.
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me. Perhaps. He probably thought it was funny. But more likely, he's trying to send me a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, he can reach me. And he wants me back.
Don't worry, you're safe with me.
Safe?
Yes?
You think I'm safe?
Yeah?
Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses?
No, but I'm sure we will at some point.
Turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing.
I will kill
He'll
him.
come tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Vampires aren't invincible. We could take him.
You don't understand. You don't know him.
And you
Just
underestimate
trust me when I say
me.
we need to be careful. He'll send more lackeys. He has plenty of souls to command. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight. Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. But maybe answers, if we can convince the right people to talk.
Yeah, I'm thinking going into Moonrise Tower, we're not going to want to just go in guns a-blazing. Like, I kind of want to figure out what's going on there, so we might play the part. What do you make of the Devil's Deal?
It's tempting. If I keep the tadpole, I risk transforming into a grotesque monster. If I lose the tadpole, Cazador has control of me, body and soul, and I return to the shadows. It's grim either way. So why not sell what's left of my soul to a devil? Better he has it than Cazador. Figuring out what's happening to us, confronting a god called the Absolute, and then finding time to kill my old master before he can control me once more? Yes, that's an option, but I wouldn't bet eternity on it.
I don't want him feeding off me tonight. We already talked to Gale. Let's talk to Will.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic.
Indeed.
Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense.
True.
The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. That's because you still have hope.
Yep.
But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. A possibility that's kept me awake countless nights. But I don't have a clue where to start, other than play her games and play by the rules. That's the only language devils listen to. We can have all for it, but it won't so much as chip one of her nailed claws. She'll escape to the Hells,
And if we succeeded, my life would be taken in exchange. My contract is very clear. I can bring Mizora no harm. She'll have to let me out of my pact willingly. The only way out is if I can out-bargain her. We're standing here with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the worms in our heads.
We can beat her if we put our worms together.
We can. I'm sure of it. How glad I am that you see me as more than my patron's pet.
I just liked that option. Can't leave camp. I guess we just go to sleep?
Here goes nothing.
I guess. Oh shit.
Supreme Kithrak, has Vlakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Okay.
Don't trust him.
Skaka Kir Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Go on then.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlakith's demise? Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
What are you asking of us, Voss?
I'm asking for your help and your trust.
That you don't
I've heard
have.
from Kresh Yulik. You are infected, yet the one in the prism has chosen you, protects you with their power. The prism's tenant alone has the power to end Vlakith's tyranny. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress. That is where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave to still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension. The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Madness. You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
She didn't have a sword, all she had was a bow on her. So that's why it drew the bow. But the problem is it made the sound of a sword being drawn. It was a little weird thing. Who's a person inside the prison? You speak the truth of God. You need to trust him. What do you want to do, Lae'zel? I have your back.
I served Vlakith the whole of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together, we will be our people's light.
Interesting.
Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle, or slip away.
Okay.
I should go. Vlakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Why don't you, like, lend us your dragon or something? Okay.
Vlakith Kosivim Krashet. Only in Vlakith may we find light. These were the first words I ever read on Tirsu's slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem.
Jesus.
Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlakith. Forsake Vlakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlakith. She has sinned against me.
Ruh-roh.
I'd never thought Vlakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlakith to true godhood. Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlakith in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Damn. Who's the one in the prism?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
We are in one hell of a complicated story.
Yes. I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Sheres's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlakith's eyes are upon us.
Indeed. Let's see what Karlach has to say. She usually says something funny.
So we're going to meet Voss in the city, are we? Set the tenant of the prison free? This is all very, I don't know. I like a good caper, but I'd long for a tiny bit of status quo now and again.
And Astarion.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate? Good for her.
Oh, Astarion always has the best responses. Gonna break her chains. Good for her. Can I get some rest now? Okay. Finishing Act 1. Moving on to Act 2. Nice.
That's no ordinary darkness. It feels powerful and familiar. Stay on your guard.
Are you the true soul?
Why is she so scared?
I'll take that as a yes. Listen up. Grab a torch, stay out of the dark, and move fast. Shadows have eyes. Go on.
Let's go ahead and save. It's a good spot to save to start up tonight's stream. Alright, everybody, that's going to do it for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one. And we'll be back in about 6 hours or so. So 10 o'clock for me. It's 4 o'clock right now. And we will start Act 2. I got to kind of think about how I want to play this out. I don't know if I want to kill all of them and just go run kind of freely, or follow, I guess, the convoy it's showing to Moonrise Tower. So, gotta figure things out. We gotta figure out what we want to do. Yeah. No, see you later. You just tuned in? Well, welcome, X. It's always nice to have you. See you later. I gotta get going. It's, you know, I gotta go wake up the kid. And, yeah. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.